Hey everybody, welcome back to Watching in the Dark. I'm your host today, Garrett. First of all, no matter how I rated GT, if there's one nearby you, you should attend no matter your skill level. A large majority of people at these events are just there to have fun and play good games of Warhammer 40k. With all that said, let's get into my review of Glass City GT 2023. Glass City GT was held in Toledo, Ohio, at the Toledo Game Room. Store was overall a huge selection of GW products, both new and used. The new main hall is very reminiscent of a large classroom. There's about 10 rows of 10 tables per row. I will say it was not ideal if you were a player that was closest to the wall, because then you would have to walk through all of the players on your side and then down an aisle of players on both sides. Overall, a clean venue and a reasonable amount of space. Bonus note, solid breakfast and lunch burritos were offered at the hall, hot and ready to eat. Thank you very much to the Sneaks family for providing that for all of us as an available resource. Overall, 7.5 out of 10 for the venue. Overall, limited size and could be used for some reformatting so that wall players don't feel so trapped and burn time walking to the other side of the table to reach their opponent's models. With the venue score out of the way, we can get on to the actual Glass City GT review. The rest of the GT was modified player place terrain, with the main caveat being there will be a glass house basically in the middle of the table, meaning that as soon as you step in it, you can be seen from every direction, and while inside of it, you can see out of it in every direction, basically. This actually helped a lot with player place and new players, because it gave them a reliable place that they could hide behind and wait, and stage charges, get ready to shoot, and just practically stage behind, even if they messed up the rest of their pieces of terrain. The terrain typically consisted of 2 large L's, 1 forest, and 1 large barricade consisting of 2 cargo containers. The L's were fantastic. I think this layout helps a lot with newer players learning player place because it's not as punishing, but also gets the general idea of like placing your terrain, figuring out where it's all going to go, and has the normal limitation of keeping all of your pieces 4 inches away from one another. Overall, for layout and terrain, I'll rate a 9.5 out of 10, and that's because of my small little nitpick of just not all the terrain was standardized. Not a huge deal. It's very hard to get 30 plus tables that are all standardized terrain, no matter who you are. The TO staff, consisting of Nurgle Matt, Jason, also known as Sneegs, were walking around being very attentive and perceptive, very engaging with helping with player place questions and response time. I'll give them a 10 out of 10 for their TO. Overall, the event was a great time, and I highly recommend everybody that can attend, do attend. It really was fun just seeing a lot of people that are very good at the hobby, too. There was multiple people that were in the top 10 best players in the world there, the ITC ladder, and there were just so many good players there, and many of the Death or Glory team showed up. So if you are in Toledo, Ohio next year in 2024, I highly recommend checking out the Glass City GT.